Welcome to the user training video for Shop Assistant Home Edition. My name is Joshua Johnson and I will be guiding you through using this. As you can see, I have it open already. That's because there is no splash screen and this is the same place you would start when it's open from your computer. So let's go ahead and jump right in. This is the New List tab. It should be where you start in most cases because the rest of the features only work when you have a couple of your own shopping lists already saved. We should give our brand new list a name. I'm thinking cool stuff. As you can see, perfectly valid for saving name, just as the label tells us. Now let's go ahead and add some items. Let's see. I think I'd like to get a flash drive. Flash drives, very useful products. You can get some for $5. Not very bad at all. Pretty good deal. Headset, wonderful thing to have. This one, not the best, but it works. I think I could get a better one for $20. Wouldn't be the highest quality, but get what I need done. Now, kind of thinking I'd like to have some milk. Single gallon at my store costs $3.99. And now that I'm looking, this seems more like an online shopping list for computer stuff. I don't think I can really get milk online, at least not good milk, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And instead, I think I'm going to add some DVDs. DVDs are always nice to have around, the kinds you can make yourself. Good for saving stuff on, just like a flash drive. Good for recording home movies. Just a wonderful item to have. I really enjoy this list. I'm going to save it. Alright, so you can see everything cleaned up. There's nothing left. We can make a brand new list. I'm going to do that now. Just a dummy list with some stuff in it. You can see the price is 0 because I didn't enter any. And that's just automatic. You don't have to worry about doing that yourself. I'll go ahead and save it. And let's go on to look at the list we've already made by editing them. You can see sample. This one's generated automatically by the program. I wouldn't recommend putting anything in it because it deletes everything in it whenever the program is loaded, and it just writes over it. So the best thing to do is just ignore it and use it as kind of a baseline to compare what should be in a list. Test list is a list I made earlier to see how everything worked, get prepared for the video. You can see that has a bunch of gibberish in it, and that's because product side of the list doesn't really care so much what's in it as long as there's something. Prices you can leave empty because it'll throw a 0 in there for you. You can see I have add, subtract, and 12. These are things you can't buy, so it's just concepts. But there's lots of silly names for items, and we didn't want to burden you by having all kinds of rules in place. You can kind of put in whatever you want. And we can look at cool stuff now. Cool stuff, I just had a thought. I kind of want a hard drive. So I'm going to add a hard drive to my list. Last time I bought a hard drive, it was $50. Pretty good hard drive, doesn't mean real, but $50 is a lot. I don't want one. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. If you look up here, you'll notice that you can't really change what list we're on anymore. That's because Windows doesn't really have a way where you can control what happens when you change a list. So we just kind of left it blank. You can't change it at all until you save. Let's go ahead and add another item so that we don't stuck doing nothing. I'm thinking an HDMI cable would be a good item to add. Very, very useful interface. You can connect computers to TVs and TVs to game systems and all kinds of other wonderful things. Full high definition, fantastic stuff, and you can get them for $5, pretty decent length. Now that we've changed our list, let's go ahead and update it, and you can see everything comes back to the way it was when we first got here because now there's no changes to lose. Let's go ahead and check out review list, and you can see all the lists we've already made. I'm going to pick dummy. You see it's got nothing in it. The whole point I made this was just for now. I was going to delete the list, and it's gone. We don't care about it anymore. It takes you back to sample. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. I think that I would like to have a printout of it, but I don't have a printer right now. So instead, I'm going to send it to Microsoft XPS because I am on a Windows 7 computer. Click OK. You can see the windows that shows up. We'll overwrite this one, and we'll save. Yes, and it's good. It's saved. Can't really see the success of the save, but it worked. It's there. It's good to go. And now we are moving on to the calculator. We can compare based on the unit price, or we can compare two whole lists together. Let's see, we're going to make some stuff up right now, so I'm thinking that we should do detergent. Very expensive detergent, $12 for 40 fluid ounces. And bottom shelf beside of it, let's say $13 for 45 fluid ounces. And when you look at them, you can see that the $13 one is 1 cent cheaper. Now, that's not a lot, and I will admit that. But if 5 ounces goes a long way, like, say, hummingbird food, then that extra cent will go a really long way for you. And when we compare two lists, we do test list and cool stuff. Now, these lists are not going to be anything alike, so the numbers are going to be really skewed in favor of test lists. You can see 3 items, $3, and 4 items, $40. Obviously, it's going to cost less because there's a bunch of gibberish in it. This isn't a fair comparison. So, whenever you do this on your own, it might be better to make two lists from two different stores and then compare the prices and see which one is cheaper that way. That way the comparison is more fair. And I don't have anything like that prepared right now. You can play around with it once you make your own lists. It's just sort of a would you rather scenario kind of situation. And the very last tab is the user help assistance guide. It contains printout version of a lot of the same stuff that's covered in this video. It covers a lot of the same material, just written out so it's easier to read. There's also a link to this video online in case you would like to review it on your own time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you make many wonderful lists in the future.